Fi.
3 p.m. Power Hour 5/7/2026. Anything I should know about? NASDAQ.
Fi. Fi. 4. Sell. 5. Sell. 5. Sell.
Order filled.
4. Sell. 17. Fi. 5. Fi. 4. Sell.
Order filled.
4. Sell. 4. Sell. 4. Sell. 4. Sell. Fi. Fi. 4. Fi.
Order filled.
9 cell. Four, five. Four, five, 6, 5, 12, 5, 7, 5, 4 cell. 5 cell.
Order filled.
4 cell. 4, 5. 4, 5. 4, 5. Recentered.
Order filled.
Recentered. 5, 5, 5 cell. 4, 5. 5, 5. 4, 5. 4 cell. 5 cell. 5 cell.
Tape momentum has increased, but the
8
auction and the
cell.
delta is relatively equal. The tape and the auction, the tape and the delta. You have to tell me what that means when volume increases.
4
We're pushing
7,
into
5.
a low volume, an HVN off the value area low. We're at the value area low right now, and it's just two-sided flow. So what does that mean? Tell me when I talk to you.
4 cell. 4 cell. 4 cell. 4 cell. 4 cell. 6 5. 5 5.
I think we came off of near low of day. I think as long as there's two-sided flow at a Schelling point, like a value area low of another distribution, that might mean that price is accepting there, and we could see higher prices. Because typically it rejects if there wants to be a trend, but here it's two-sided and there's no imbalance.
4, sell. 9, sell. 5, sell. 5,
Order filled.
recentered. 10, sell. Recentered. Recentered.
Order filled.
5, sell. 5, sell. 5, sell. 8, buy. 5, sell. 4, sell.
Contemplate layering
Order
a bit
filled.
there, right?
8, sell. 13, sell.
Order filled.
13, sell. 17, 4, buy. 4, buy.
I'll front run some liquidity vacuum bid here.
Four, buy. 11, buy.
Order filled.
I'm long on vacuum.
Order filled.
4, sell. 4, sell. 5, buy. 6, sell. 6, sell. 8, buy. 6, buy. cell, 5 cell. Five cell. Five cell.
Might be a berg at 2 or 3. It's the fall off part. Low of days at 8 though, very far away.
Five five.
Remind me to categorize my trades so you can keep track of them and their win rates.
Order filled.
I'm short on early momentum. Half a market making trade. I pulled because the offer spoofs.
Five cell. 8 cell. 8 cell. Four cell.
Order filled.
25 cell. Six cell.
Order filled.
Four cell. 20 cell. 6 cell. 9 cell.
Recentered.
4 cell. 6 cell.
Order filled.
5 cell. 4 cell. 4 cell. 4 cell. 4 cell. 4
Recentered.
4 cell. 4 cell. 4 cell. Five five. 8 5 5 5 5 5 10 6 5 6 5 5
Order filled.
5 5 7 5 4 5 6 5 4 5 5 cell
That vacuum I was talking about was never filled. It's the second time in Power Hour it's done. Write about MOC, remind me to write about it. And how it behaves.
Four cell.
Order filled.
I pulled my initial order and took a breakout long.
4 5.
I threw my scratching because the momentum's too quiet.
Order filled.
5 4 5 9 5.
I have a stink bid limit at 1 for a long because momentum's slow. So I'm playing it from the backside of the
Order
move
filled.
instead of front running the entry. I'm not trading direction, I'm playing the collapse of conditions. If you go back to market making mode, I don't want to be in the trade.
Recentered. Recentered.
Order filled.
4 5.
Order filled.
I just need delta to persist to win this trade. My bid starts to spoof. Goes from 150 to 70, I put my scratch in. I left the trade on because sometimes the delta quiets down.
10 cell.
This looks like a liquidity vacuum driven by tape.
9
It was a
8.
buyer's market down to 3 and 2.
4
There's
cell.
news in 2.
14. 5 5 4 5. Four, five.
I take a tail end profile market making trade on small momentum on
Order
the tape,
filled.
not big meta orders, just little ones.
Four cell.
I scratch.
Four, five. 5 cell.
Order filled.
I take a high volume market making trade. Looks like I get caught offside on buy momentum.
Cell. 4 5. 5 5
I got a stupid breakout trade here. Stale bid and scratched it, rightfully so. I agree with the scratch, though I should have scratched the order before.
5 5 5 sell 6 5
Recentered.
5 sell
Recentered.
Four sell four five
I want to get in on this mixed tape here, but it's a 5 out of 10 trade realistically, which means it's most likely noise. I'm just paying attention to the bid offer spoofing is why I wanted to get in, mainly. I instinctively got into a breakout here at 8. I pulled the order though. I put a breakout long in at 7, price is trading 8s. If we see a follow through, I want to be in. But it looks like quiet momentum here. I don't want quiet momentum. 6 and 5 are shelling points. I want delta to pick
Order
up and
filled.
meta orders to follow. They go quiet again, delta does. And the bid looks solid, but a bit spoofed. It begins to lift now. I'm not interested in that. I'm actually interested in fading it because of the delta and the pressure from the bid that caused it to spoof. So I get short 7. I'm not sure they're going to fill me at 7s, but just being able to recognize that as an edge. I pull the offer because it's stale, and if price moves in a near unpredictable manner, it's going to fill me at a price I don't want. The longer the trade is on, this applies to market makers and me, the longer the trade is on, or the limits in the book, the higher the chance I'm trading against informed flow becomes. So I have to pull my orders in order to manage risk, even though I don't have a trade in the market.
five five
9,
buy,
Long on a
buy,
big breakout here. They get absorbed and I scrap.
recentered, recentered,
5, buy,
8, 8,
My headphones die into the breakout and I have to plug them in. I'm long again. Looks like a slow breakout. I'm playing the backside of it. Backside is in I'm not jumping limit orders. I'm just buying almost at market, waiting for the bid queue to empty, and then catching a fill and putting my stop in, which is typically how I trade. In fast momentum, I'm front running. I'm playing the front side, and I'm hitting the ask. Like if I want to buy, if I want to get long and it's trading fives.
8,
Order filled.
5, sell,
Ooh, I think I got
Order
short.
filled.
Shucks. I hope I didn't get short. Because I didn't mean to get short. I meant to get long on this trade. That was a huge process error if I did. I was going to say, I meant, like, if I want to buy fives and price is trading fives and I want it to be a momentum trade, I'm going to put a buy limit at 4 that's going to activate when price trades there and wait in a fast market.
4, sell,
And here, because the conditions are slower, I'm just trading market and waiting for the queue to empty and then practicing scratches. Though I think I messed up my orders there. Though I meant to go long and price went up, meaning I won the read. But if I messed up my order execution, I went short on accident instead and just gave back a bunch of money. You can make note of that in the transcript. Be sure to combine this raw tape with the transcript as well. The things I say. If I say it twice, say I said it, you said it twice, here's how many times you said it. Do that for every transcript or video I post. This is the third time you've said it. Or if I say one thing and then combine it with tape, or I say it again in the session, say you've said this twice. Keep note of my setups, repeated behavior that's rewarded, behavior that's not rewarded, etc.
4, buy,
Along with all the other things I've told you to keep track of.
4, buy,
Just moderate delta here at an HVN.
4, buy, 4, buy,
Meta order twop got absorbed
4,
here.
buy,
Order filled.
I get short fours
4, buy, 4,
against
buy,
what's most
4,
likely
buy.
institutional directional flow. Looks like a meta order twop of 4 and 5 lots. So I scratch out because I don't want to do that, right? And we're also at VPOC, not the big volume point of control, but a little one between 2 and 7s.
Order
I
filled.
think I want to be long this.
recentered, recentered,
Long at volume point of control. And the fact that they're letting volume point of control trade, I think you told me the other day that market makers will skip volume point of control because of informed flow. So I was thinking about that. They're letting it trade, something's going on, and there was
9,
meta order bid
4,
strength
sell,
there while they
4,
were letting it
sell.
trade. I won the trade, but it shot up and produced some excess, like little single prints at 2 and 3s, which is towards the end of the distribution. That'll happen in cash market conditions, assuming they're normal market open conditions, and for the most part, it signals reverse. So
5,
take in mind, I called them little prints. They're small and quick. It's market orders hitting into the bid or the offer, and instead of like 100 trading, maybe only 30 and 14 or 36 and 60 on the bid ask inside prints respectively
16.
trade, and then price mean reverts about a tick or two for the most part,
4,
unless there's
sell,
momentum.
23,
sell,
Order filled.
15,
sell,
49.
Tell me, like, how do people use options to speculate on Iran? You know, we were talking about options dealers hedging in futures. Are they coming in here? I got short there on little tape on little delta. Somebody topping a machine gun order, and then I scratched because it's little tape. We were talking about, you know, how news headlines and the underlying earnings numbers causing regime days and such. I just saw a ton of tape hit meta orders really strong on the ask side, and they just got absorbed to hell. Combined with this machine gun passive delta in my ear that's still going, there's a little breakout short here if I can catch it. The ask looks too thick for me to hit it though, so I'm going to have to take a what's called the front side
10,
trade,
sell.
which I was describing to you, the front running of 5 prices trading 4s on the ask. I threw my stop in now. They're trading against me and absorbing on the bid, but you know, the Q moves slower and it's also less likely to immediately pull in power hour. Most likely just because of the order flow composition. It's less algorithmic and more institutional. I think I'm correct, and I'm statistically right to go with this according to the pre-market
8,
context
sell.
you provided me and the composition, the assumed composition of the order flow, meaning it's institutional flow that's forced to get out, so it's more consistent and reliable. The delta's still there, even though the meta order tape is gone. The offer starts to lift, and flow begins to normalize.
27. Sell.
I mean, the delta disappeared. I took a loss on it, but I don't regret putting the trade on at all. And the tape, and for the most part, it was too thick to scratch. You know, and I've only second power hour, so I'm not 100% sure what to expect.
4, 5.
Though from a profile perspective, which I tend to overvalue,
5, 5.
it was right at the point of control. Flow is normal now, and I'm sitting on my hands rather than playing Scratch City, because I don't want to repeat my mistakes. I'm subconsciously hoping for, we had a huge plunge, sell side at about 315 earlier today, and I'm subconsciously hoping for that to show up,
4,
but
5.
instead there are little muted volatility trends that remedy very quickly.
5, 5.
So I should most likely play the back end of them.
5, 5.
It looks like there's a market making trade at 4 based on the ask spoofing. Market makers letting them trade at VPOC and little quiet tape. Realistically, reassessing it from a 5 out of 10 trade perspective, if you remember me talking about 5 out of 10 trades and maybe the mega transcript or the old ES transcripts,
6, 5.
it's not noise and it 100% matters, but the opportunity on a scale is pretty not good. So I was going to take a market making short there. I'm not going to do that. I'm just waiting for big momentum, realistically, which is probably going to come at 351 on the market on close
11.
orders. We'll go from there. Speed of tape is picking up now. We're at 2s, which is Schelling point, value area high of the distribution. Little buy delta here. I was going to get long. I pull my long and I flip
Order
short
filled.
from a profile perspective, and what looks like a little, even though this is the first time I've seen it, so I'm not going to stack 2s, a little iceberg at 2s at the value area high. Somebody defending that level. And if they were going to defend a level, they would defend 2s because it's the value area high of the smaller profile. There's ask delta hitting now, but flow in the background is pretty normal. There's a top of 4 and 5 lots in the background, though. On my secondary grayed out tape. I'll send you a picture of what my tape looks like afterwards. I won that trade. I have one tape they're both cumulative, but one tape is filtered by size above 9 and the other is filtered by size above 4. So if an institution is swapping time weighted average pricing little 4 lots, I can see them doing that in the background. So that was a great short area. Reason for entry was an iceberg, small meta orders, a little TWAP, and sell delta, and the area of the profile. We're trading back at VPOC and flips normal now. It's 4 minutes until 4 minutes until market on close orders hit. Also make note and tell me again, why market on close orders matter and who uses them and maybe how much volume they compose of the end of day auction and the total volume in
15
general,
sell.
and how these participants operate and when they're active. If you can, cite studies and papers from the CME and all this stuff. Anytime you tell me anything, hear me again, listen to me again. These are real rules, and you have to update your
4, sell,
8,
5, 7, 5,
11,
your rules or law sets on how you respond to me from now on.
4, sell,
I want you to be concise and to cite studies and papers, the most recent ones if you can, whenever you can. Like the paper by, I think his last name is Garcia, who said that little one lot orders in the NASDAQ also matter, and they might even carry more information than institutional order flow because
4,
Um,
sell,
I think it was something like HFTs can spam a ton of one lots, disguise themselves as retail, and maybe impact price less or something. I think it was written in 2020. You can look it up.
7,
There's
sell,
a meta order swap here and a little bit
Order
of
filled.
on the ask. I'm gonna get long and put a scratch in
6, sell,
because we're playing slow tape. I scratched out here. We're at a shelling point as well. 6 is the value area low. I scratched and the bid stacked in my face, so scratching was the right thing to do, and also not front running the cues. A right thing to do given the profile area and the conditions of the market.
4, sell, 6, sell,
Also, is there some way to benchmark cognitive fatigue from a mechanical perspective, like how people determine being flustered from an increase in heart rate? Is there some sort of mechanical benchmark to determine when
5,
things like signal detection accuracy has decreased? Tape is bumping now. I'm gonna get long. Oh, never mind. We're a minute to market on order on close. It looks like buyers are hedging out their deltas by getting long here. So I'm gonna try to catch a basket order.
recentered,
Order filled.
4, 5,
Order filled.
6, 5, 4, sell,
Tape froze.
4, sell, 5, 5,
I'm long twos. It's that same muted volatility trend. I caught the basket order breakout because I saw them preemptively hedging out by buying deltas, buying bids. So I put a trade on into market on close. Why would you do that? Because the risk asymmetry of putting risk on into predetermined volatility based off the tape, because it's a futures market, I can see you getting in and buying, and I know it's an institution.
4,
Order
So
filled.
I'd rather put that trade on even though it seems risky. I took another breakout for the sake of the conditions here. I lost the trade. I accidentally get short, I believe, and I hit my flat key because I'm not sure what I have on. So that's a little bit of a give back there.
Four, sell.
I'm getting backside long at 2s, which the LVN is from 9 to 2s.
Four, sell. Four, sell.
There's a real bid. I frontside long it.
10.
Four,
Recentered. Recentered. Recentered.
Order filled.
9, sell.
Order filled.
31,
Order filled.
sell.
The Addis is killing me here.
Buy.
48. Buy.
Four, sell.
I get this Athos process error again from hell. I get short front side. It popped up again. If you know how to get rid of it permanently, because I saved the platform and all the settings and it shows up again. You know, don't show TPSL messages. It's costing me again, especially in volatile.
Recentered.
I'm short backside. I pull the order. I'm market making front side now on absorption. I pull the order because it's stale. My order book is going to be a bloodbath because of that.
10.
My equity curve.
Four, sell. Four, sell.
9.
Buy.
Order
Nine,
filled.
I'm long front side.
six, sell.
I get out on really heavy absorption here.
Four, sell. Five, sell.
Order filled.
Four, sell. Four, sell.
I don't know. You're gonna have to look at my executions because I'm getting my wires crossed again. She should pick up in a second. We got 6 minutes till close.
Recentered. Recentered.
I'm short front side. I mean backside. I'm short backside. Into a shelling point.
Four, sell.
I'm
Order
ignoring
filled.
profile because the volume exceeds it.
Five, sell. Five,
I
sell.
get out for a
Four,
scratch.
sell. Six, buy.
Order filled.
I'm short front side
Four, sell. Five, sell.
because there's delta hitting but no tape
Four,
following.
sell.
So I'm fading it. It's buy delta. Now meta orders hit. We're at VPOC. It looks like okay. I was gonna say if the offer pulled, it looks like market makers spoof the ask to get out of their trades. It's been sitting there for a while now. I've had the trade on for too long, and it's time to scratch. Even if it turns in my favor, I don't want it anymore because the time risk has increased. You know, the risk via having the trade on for so long that a more informed participant comes in and blows me out, or has to hedge something, and I get caught offside in the wrong direction, and I also take a subpar opportunity that's not a one-sided flow, which exists at market on close, is high, so I get out. I scratched. Also tell me if there's some way to pinpoint my trade timestamps to the video I'm recording, so I know, and if I can like jump to those timestamp seconds using VLC media player, like if my trade is at 3:56 p.m., if I can sync up when my first trade is and when the first trade shows up in the recording, and I can just jump with keybinds or something on VLC media player from one timestamp to another timestamp, preferably 10-20 seconds before the trade takes place, 15 seconds or something. Like I need a customizable video replayer that lets me comb through my tape effectively, so I can spend less time reviewing and more time watching tape or trading. Just meta order buying VPOC here. I'm not gonna get long yet because it's just a little delta. It's a
Recentered.
Order filled.
They just absorbed the hell out of him. I think I lost the trade. Yeah, I did. I took a breakout and they just died, frankly. There's still buy delta there, but
10.
that's a very interesting trade, and I'm going to be happy to review it.
4, 5. 4, 5.
I want to get long here, but there's just no momentum. It's just heavy compression,
10.
so it's rare that I get a takeoff movement here. So it looks like that might be a berg, or it looks like that is a berg on both sides. Delta just hit now, like huge meta orders on the ask, and they didn't lift.
Order
at
filled.
all. I mean, they didn't hit into the bid at lower prices as you would think, because the other day it was, especially on Power Hour, she just slowly fade up and down. But here it's like they're hitting, and then just being heavily absorbed by limit orders, which is okay to happen because it's a VPOC. Long fours. I scratch.
Order filled.
Again one more time.
4, sell.
I throw a scratch in as the Q stacks. I win that
9.
trade.
Sell. 51.
Sell.
Tape blows out. Sell delta hitting. It looks like
5, sell.
a pretty consistent twop. I'm gonna get long backside and front side if they let me
4,
in.
sell.
It's big sell delta absorb, big sell delta being
4,
absorbed.
sell.
I pull the bid, my two bids I had. It's still a twop.
Recentered.
4,
Now there's size coming in,
5, sell. 5, sell. 4, 5. 4,
and I think this berg is gonna clear at threes. Because last time that it cleared, the volume's high enough now at the end of day to clear this
8.
berg.
8.
So I get
42. Buy.
I'm long two now, and they clear me.
16. Sell.
Order filled.
13. 15. 20. 15. Sell. 20. Recentered. 19. Sell.
Order filled.
I'm short fives in the havoc. I played that horribly, but it's the first time I played it before, so just keep going is all I tell myself, and make an effort to put good trades on.
13.
4, 5, 5, sell.
Recentered.
9,
9.
5, sell.
8. Sell.
4, 5, sell.
10. Sell.
4, sell. 5. 4, 5. 4, sell.
I got a lot of work to do today.
4, 5.
9 sell.
5 sell.
Okay, 401 market's closed.